The transformation of the chosen one is not a quiet or subtle process. It is a loud, undeniable awakening that reverberates through every corner of the universe. The changes unfolding within them are not the kind of ordinary growth one might expect from the mundane progression of life. No, these shifts are far more profound. They are not just changes in appearance and behavior or in thought. They are the kind of seismic changes that disrupt reality itself, shaking the very foundations of what people thought they knew to be true. When the chosen one transforms, it is as if the world holds its breath suspended in awe, unsure of how to proceed because the rules have changed. The very nature of their evolution defies expectations and challenges the core beliefs of those who witness it. It's as if a veil has been lifted, revealing a new higher truth, one that the world cannot ignore. People around them begin to question everything they thought they understood about their own existence, about their potential, and about what it means to truly be alive. This is not a gentle shift in perspective. It is an awakening so profound that it forces others to confront their own limitations, their own misconceptions, and the very fabric of their reality. They cannot unsee what has been revealed, and in witnessing the transformation of the chosen one, they are forced to reassess their beliefs, their values, and their understanding of the universe itself. The transformation of the chosen one is not just a personal journey, it is a universal event, a shift in the collective consciousness that demands attention. The world will never be the same once they have stepped fully into their purpose. The chosen one's presence now carries an undeniable weight, a force that shifts the energy in any space they occupy. It is as if the very air around them bends to their presence, as though the universe itself recognizes the gravity of their transformation. This is not merely a physical presence. It is a spiritual and energetic presence that demands attention, respect, and reflection. When the chosen one enters a room, it is not just their body that people notice, but the aura that surrounds them, the subtle vibration of divine purpose that emanates from them, compelling others to pause and consider. Something in the atmosphere changes the way people think, the way they move, even the way they breathe shifts in response to the powerful energy the chosen one brings into the space. It is a subtle but undeniable force that cannot be ignored. The chosen one does not need to speak a word, yet their presence causes others to question their beliefs, their reality, and their place in the world. The transformation they have undergone is so profound, so visible in every aspect of their being, that it sparks an internal shift in those who witness it. People around them may not fully understand what is happening, but they feel it. They sense that something extraordinary is at play, and it challenges the assumptions they have held for so long. Their mind may try to rationalize it, but their heart cannot deny the truth that the chosen one has tapped into something far greater than ordinary human existence. This awareness, sparked by the mere presence of the chosen one, calls into question everything they thought they knew about themselves and the world around them. It forces people to confront their own limitations, their own perceptions, and their own untapped potential. Even those who may have once been skeptics, those who believed in the boundaries of human existence, cannot help but feel a stirring within themselves as they witness the transformation unfolding before them. The chosen one's journey becomes a mirror, reflecting the untapped potential that lies dormant within every human soul. It is impossible to witness such a transformation without feeling a shift within oneself, without questioning the boundaries that have been imposed by society, by culture, and by personal belief systems. The chosen one is a living example of what is possible when one aligns with their divine purpose, when they surrender to the forces that shape their destiny. And in witnessing this, others are awakened to the possibility that they too can transcend their limitations, that they too can break free from the constraints that have held them back for so long. Ancient teachings foretold of moments like this, when a person's transformation would serve as a catalyst for change in others, a spark that would ignite the fire of awakening in those who were ready to see the truth. These teachings spoke of a time when individuals would rise not in isolation, but as part of a greater cosmic shift that would ripple through the collective consciousness of humanity. The Chosen One is a part of this prophecy, a living embodiment of the change that has been foretold for generations. Their transformation is not just personal, it is a universal event, a moment in time that resonates far beyond their own life and touches the hearts and minds of those around them. It is a reminder that the divine is always at work in the world, that there is always a greater plan unfolding, even when it may seem invisible or imperceptible to the ordinary eye. The Chosen One's evolution is a testament to the power of alignment, to the strength that comes when a person surrenders to their divine calling and allows themselves to be guided by forces far greater than themselves. As their presence grows more powerful, more radiant, it begins to awaken others to their own potential, their own divinity. It is as though the Chosen One's transformation acts as a key unlocking the dormant power within those who are ready to receive it. They become a beacon of possibility, a shining light that illuminates the path for others to follow. The transformation of the Chosen One serves as a wake-up call for the world. It reminds us that we are all capable of more, that we are all capable of transcending the limitations we have placed on ourselves. The Chosen One's presence is a call to action, a reminder that we are not meant to live ordinary lives, but lives that are extraordinary in their purpose, in their impact, and in their connection to the divine. The awakening that the Chosen One sparks in others is not just an intellectual exercise. It is a deep, visceral recognition of the truth that resides within every soul. It is an inner knowing that something greater is possible, that we are all part of a divine plan that is unfolding in real time. And as people witness the Chosen One's transformation, they cannot help but feel the stirrings of their own awakening, their own journey of self-discovery, and their own path to aligning with their true purpose. This is the power of the Chosen One's presence. It is not about ego or self-promotion. It is about alignment with divine purpose and the ripple effect that occurs when one person steps fully into their calling. The Chosen One's transformation is not just their own. It is a gift to the world, a gift that awakens others to the truth of who they are and the infinite possibilities that await them when they choose to live in alignment with their own divine purpose. Their evolution sparks a collective awakening, a recognition that we are all capable of more, that we are all capable of breaking free from the chains that bind us and stepping into the fullness of our potential. As the Chosen One continues to evolve, their presence becomes even more magnetic, drawing others toward them, igniting the spark of transformation in everyone they encounter. They are a living example of what is possible when one aligns with the divine. And as such, they become a catalyst for change, a beacon of light guiding others to their own awakening. Through their journey, the Chosen One teaches us that the path to greatness is not always easy, but it is always worth it. The world around them may not fully understand the depth of their transformation, but that does not matter. What matters is the awakening they spark in others, the change they bring about simply by being who they are. The Chosen One's presence is a powerful reminder that we are all capable of extraordinary things, and that by stepping into our own divine purpose, we can create a ripple effect that will change the world. The changes the chosen one undergoes are not just internal. They ripple outward, serving as a beacon that points toward a higher truth, a truth that transcends the ordinary understanding of reality. It is as if their very transformation is an opening a doorway to a higher realm of existence, a realm where limits are mere illusions and divine alignment reigns. Every shift, every adjustment in their being signals that something far greater than human comprehension is unfolding. It is a reminder that we're not simply bound by the constraints of our current understanding of the world, but rather we are connected to an infinite source of potential and possibility. The chosen one's transformation is not just for them, it is a call to the world, a message that divinity is at work within them, and that this power is available to all who are willing to tap into it. Their journey is a mirror reflecting the divine within each and every soul, showing the world that higher truth is not a distant, unreachable ideal, but something that is present and available in every moment. The chosen one embodies this truth, living proof that the extraordinary is not reserved for a select few, but is within the grasp of all those who choose to awaken to it. As their transformation unfolds, it shakes the very foundation of what is possible, challenging the collective perception of reality and inviting others to reconsider their beliefs about themselves and the world around them. The world has been operating under a limited set of assumptions, believing that the boundaries of human potential are fixed and that certain heights of achievement and growth are unattainable. But the chosen one's journey represents a fundamental shift in this mindset. It challenges the idea that we are bound by our circumstances, our past, or the limitations we have imposed on ourselves. The chosen one's evolution demonstrates that the limits we perceive are not inherent truths. They are constructs of the mind. And when we align with our true purpose, we break through them. This transformation represents a collective shift, an awakening to the idea that humanity's potential is limitless, that the extraordinary is within reach, and that we are all capable of becoming the highest versions of ourselves. As the chosen one steps fully into their purpose, they become a living testament to this shift, showing the world that no dream is too big, no goal too far, and no obstacle insurmountable when we align with the divine plan for our lives. Their journey is not about ego or personal gain. It is about surrendering to the higher calling that has been placed within them, aligning with the divine will, and trusting that this alignment will lead them to greatness. It is a reminder to all who witness it that the path to true power is not one of self-promotion or pride, but one of humility, surrender, and divine trust. The chosen one's transformation challenges the idea that we must fight and struggle to attain success. It shows us that true power comes not from pushing against the flow of life, but from aligning with it, from trusting in the divine timing and guidance that is always at work in our lives. It is in this surrender, in this alignment with the higher truth, that the chosen one finds their true strength and purpose. And in doing so, they illuminate the path for others to follow. Their journey is not just about personal growth. It is about awakening the collective consciousness to the higher truth that lies within each of us, reminding us that we are all capable of stepping into our divine purpose and aligning with the greater plan for our lives. As the chosen one moves through the world, they become a catalyst for change, sparking a shift in the perception of what is possible. Their transformation becomes a symbol of hope, a living example that the extraordinary is not only possible, but inevitable when we align with the divine forces at work within us. They become a reminder that we are not limited by our past, our mistakes, or our fears, but that we are capable of transcending them, of becoming something greater than we ever imagined. The world begins to see that the chosen one's journey is not a solitary path. It is a reflection of the potential that exists within each person. It is a call to action, a challenge to awaken to the higher truth that lies dormant within us all. The chosen one's evolution serves as a mirror for the world, showing us that we are all capable of transcending our limitations and stepping into our highest potential. It is a reminder that the divine is not something distant or unreachable, but is always at work within us, guiding us, shaping us, and helping us unlock the extraordinary power that lies within our being. The chosen one's transformation challenges the old narrative of what is possible, inviting the world to embrace a new paradigm, one where limitations are seen for what they truly are: temporary illusions that can be shattered by the power of divine alignment. It is an invitation to rise, to awaken to the truth that we are all capable of greatness, and to trust that when we align with our purpose, we become unstoppable forces of change in the world. As the chosen one moves forward on their journey, they become a symbol of the power of divine purpose, showing the world that when we surrender to the greater plan, we step into a life of unimaginable possibilities. Their transformation is not just a personal victory. It is a victory for all of humanity, a reminder that we are all capable of stepping into our divine purpose and making a profound impact on the world. It is an awakening to the higher truth that we are all divine beings, capable of greatness, and that when we align with our true purpose, we unlock the power to transform not only our own lives, but the lives of those around us. The chosen one's journey is a call to action for all of us to awaken to the higher truth within ourselves, to break free from the limitations we have imposed on our lives, and to step fully into the divine purpose that awaits us. It is an invitation to rise, to evolve, and to embrace the extraordinary potential that lies within each and every one of us. As the chosen one continues their journey, their transformation becomes more than just a personal story. It evolves into a global symbol of what is possible when human potential is unlocked through divine alignment. This evolution, which begins as a personal awakening, expands outward, rippling through the lives of those who encounter it. It becomes a living testament that the path to greatness is not just for a select few, but for all who are willing to embrace their divine purpose and step into their full potential. The more the chosen one evolves, the clearer it becomes that their transformation is not limited by the confines of time-space or personal limitations. It is a cosmic shift, a signpost guiding humanity toward a higher state of being, one where the boundaries between the divine and the earthly become fluid, and the extraordinary becomes the new norm. This realization is not just profound, it is liberating. It frees individuals from the chains of doubt, fear, and insecurity that have long held them back. Witnessing the chosen one's transformation calls on others to question their own self-imposed limitations, inviting them to see themselves not as finite beings, but as conduits for divine power. As the chosen one steps into their truth, they illuminate the way for others to do the same, reminding them that the divine essence that flows through them is available to all who choose to embrace it. Through their example, the chosen one challenges the assumption that human beings are limited by their biology or their past. They prove that when aligned with divine will, the human spirit is limitless. They show that the mind, body, and spirit are not separate entities, but interconnected channels through which divine energy flows. This energy, once tapped into, unlocks abilities and possibilities that were previously thought to be out of reach. The Chosen One's transformation defies the conventional understanding of human potential, making it clear that growth power and evolution are not linear processes, but can happen in quantum leaps when one aligns fully with their divine purpose. It is a radical shift in perspective, an awakening to the truth that our highest potential is not something we strive to attain, but something we tap into when we align with our truest self. This awakening does not happen in isolation. It ripples through the collective consciousness, sparking a shift in how we perceive ourselves, our purpose, and the possibilities available to us. The Chosen One's transformation becomes a catalyst, igniting sparks of transformation in others. Each person recognizing that they too have the power to align with their divine purpose and step into their own evolution. As this collective awakening takes root, the world begins to shift in profound ways. People begin to question the norms they have been living by, the systems that have limited their potential, and the beliefs that have confined their growth. The Chosen One's presence forces a reevaluation of what is possible, urging society as a whole to reconsider the boundaries they have set for themselves. As they watch the Chosen One step into their divine calling, others realize that they too are capable of breaking free from the confines of their own self-limiting beliefs. This transformation is not about ego. It is about surrendering to a higher power and allowing that power to work through them. The ego, which often keeps us trapped in the illusion of separation and limitation, is set aside as the Chosen One fully surrenders to the divine flow. In doing so, they demonstrate that the true power comes not from the self, but from the divine alignment that is available to everyone. The Chosen One's journey is not about proving anything to the world, but about being a living example of what is possible when we align with our higher purpose. It is a message to all that true greatness is not about competition, comparison, or striving. It is about allowing the divine to work through us and to guide us to our highest potential. Their transformation reveals to the world that we are not bound by our past, our circumstances, or the limitations others have placed on us. We are free to become who we were always meant to be. And when we align with our true purpose, the universe opens doors that were previously unimaginable. The Chosen One's evolution is a call to every person to awaken to their own divine truth, to step into their power, and to claim the life they were always meant to live. This awakening is not an easy path. It requires courage, vulnerability, and a willingness to face the unknown. It asks individuals to confront their fears, doubts, and insecurities, and to rise above them. But in doing so, it also opens up a life of limitless possibilities, where every challenge becomes an opportunity for growth, and every victory becomes a testament to the power of divine alignment. The Chosen One's journey proves that transformation is not just an individual act. It is a collective awakening, a shift in the way humanity views itself and its potential. Through the Chosen One's example, the world begins to see that divinity is not something separate from humanity, but something that resides within us all. It is a reminder that we are all capable of extraordinary feats, of breaking free from the limitations we have imposed on ourselves, and of stepping into the fullness of our divine potential. The transformation of the Chosen One is a signpost for the world, a clear message that we are not meant to live ordinary lives. We are meant to live lives of greatness of purpose and of alignment with the divine. And as more people awaken to this truth, the world will continue to evolve, breaking free from old paradigms and embracing a new reality where anything is possible. The Chosen One's journey is not just a personal transformation. It is the beginning of a collective awakening, a reminder that the divine is always at work in the world, guiding us, shaping us, and helping us unlock the extraordinary potential within. And when we step fully into that divine alignment, we too become catalysts for change-sparking transformations in the world and in the lives of those around us. Through this awakening, the boundaries that once seemed insurmountable will crumble, and a new era of possibility will unfold, one where divinity flows freely through every being and every person recognizes their own infinite potential. The Chosen One's presence is undeniably magnetic, a force that goes far beyond their visible capabilities. It is not just what they do, but how they do it that draws others in. There is a higher energy that radiates from them, an invisible yet potent aura that speaks to the soul of anyone who encounters it. This energy does not come from any superficial effort or external source. It is born of a deep alignment with divine purpose, a connection to something far greater than the individual self. When the Chosen One enters a space, the air shifts, the atmosphere seems to hum with potential, and people cannot help but feel drawn toward them. It is a silent yet undeniable pull, like a lighthouse guiding ships through the darkness. This presence is not confined to their actions or words alone. It is in the way they walk, the way they hold themselves, the way they interact with the world. There is a quiet authority in their being, a calm certainty that exudes from every pore, and it commands attention without a single word being spoken. The Chosen One's power lies not just in what they do, but in who they are at their core, a living embodiment of divine potential, a reminder that each person is capable of tapping into the same energy if they align with their purpose. Their presence creates a ripple effect, one that touches everyone around them, awakening something deep within those who witness it. It is as if their very existence sparks change in the world, igniting the dormant potential in others. People who encounter the Chosen One find themselves reflecting on their own lives, questioning their own purpose, and reconsidering the direction they have been heading. The Chosen One's presence becomes a catalyst for growth-sparking transformation in those who are open to receiving it. It is a subtle yet profound shift, one that happens not through words or teachings, but through the pure energy of being. This presence does not demand attention. It simply commands it. Those who are drawn to the Chosen One feel something stirring within themselves, a call to rise, to step into their own greatness, and to align with the divine purpose that lies dormant within them. The ripple effect extends far beyond just the immediate environment of the Chosen One. It spreads outward, touching lives and shifting the trajectory of entire communities. Even those who may not consciously recognize the shift feel the impact. It is in the way people speak to each other, the way they carry themselves, the way they respond to challenges and opportunities. The Chosen One's presence plants seeds of transformation that grow in unexpected ways. Skeptics, and those who may have once dismissed the possibility of divine power manifesting in human form, are forced to pause and reconsider their understanding of reality. The Chosen One's energy challenges their limited perceptions of what is possible. It forces them to confront the truth that reality is far more malleable than they ever believed. The skeptics who once viewed the divine as a distant, abstract concept are now witnessing its presence in the most tangible of ways through the Chosen One's very existence. The power of their presence makes the impossible seem possible, the unseen suddenly visible, and the distant divine power undeniable. It is in this way that the Chosen One becomes a living testament to the fact that the divine is not something separate from us, but something that flows through us, waiting to be recognized and activated For those who are ready, the Chosen One's presence is a wake-up call, a reminder that they too have the potential to align with the divine and to live out their own extraordinary purpose. The transformative energy that radiates from the Chosen One is contagious. As they step fully into their divine purpose, they inspire others to do the same. This ripple effect spreads, touching lives, transforming perspectives, and awakening dormant potentials. The world begins to shift one person at a time as more and more individuals are drawn to the energy that the Chosen One embodies. But the power of presence does not come without its challenges. Those who are resistant to change, those who are still caught in the grip of old beliefs and limitations, may initially find the presence of the Chosen One uncomfortable. It forces them to confront the truths they have long avoided, the assumptions they have built their lives upon, and the limitations they have accepted as reality. The Chosen One's presence challenges these illusions, forcing others to see the world as it truly is, not as they have believed it to be. It is a painful process for some, as they are forced to confront their own self-imposed boundaries and limitations. But for those who are willing to embrace the shift, for those who are open to the possibility of change, the Chosen One's presence is a gift, a divine invitation to step into a new reality, one that is limitless and filled with potential. It is in this way that the Chosen One's transformation becomes a mirror for others. Their presence reflects the dormant potential in everyone they encounter, showing each person that they too have the power to tap into this divine energy and create profound change in their own lives. The power of presence is not something that can be easily explained or understood through logic. It is something that must be felt, experienced, and recognized on a deeper level. It is the energy of the divine made manifest in human form, and it speaks to the soul in a way that words cannot. When the Chosen One enters a room, they do not just bring their physical presence, they bring the energy of the divine, the cosmic force that flows through them and shapes the world around them. This energy resonates with those who are ready to receive it, awakening something deep within them and inspiring them to take action. The Chosen One's presence is a constant reminder that we are all connected to something greater than ourselves, that we are all capable of aligning with the divine and stepping into our own greatness. Their journey is not just a personal transformation, it is a collective awakening, a call to the world to rise, to evolve, and to embrace the extraordinary potential that lies within each of us. As the Chosen One continues to radiate their divine energy, their presence becomes a beacon guiding others toward their own awakening, their own transformation. It is through this ripple effect that the world begins to shift one person at a time, as more and more people align with their own divine purpose and step into their own greatness. The Chosen One's presence is a gift to the world, a living reminder that we are all capable of extraordinary things when we align with the divine and trust in the power of our own potential. As the Chosen One's presence continues to radiate, it evolves into something even more profound than simply being an influence. It becomes an awakening. The Chosen One is not just an individual, but a catalyst for global transformation. Their very existence challenges the status quo, shaking up established beliefs, mindsets, and societal norms. The ripple effect created by their presence is not confined to a single room or a specific group of people. It spreads far and wide, touching lives, communities, and eventually entire nations. With each interaction, with each action, the Chosen One's influence expands exponentially, igniting sparks of change that ripple across the world. As people are drawn to the Chosen One's energy, they find themselves confronted with their own limitations, their own false beliefs, and their own untapped potential. The ripple effect, though subtle, at first grows stronger as more and more individuals begin to recognize the truth that the Chosen One embodies. This awakening is not just intellectual, it is emotional, spiritual, and deeply personal. The Chosen One's presence moves people on a soul level, stirring something deep within that they may have long forgotten or suppressed. As this energy begins to awaken others, it creates a collective shift in consciousness, a shift that challenges the very foundation of how we see ourselves and our potential. People begin to understand that they too are capable of stepping into their own divine purpose and aligning with the same energy that flows through the Chosen One. It is a radical realization that the power to create change, to transcend limitations, and to live a life of purpose is available to everyone, not just a select few. The Chosen One's presence forces a re-evaluation of reality itself, particularly the limits people place on themselves. Skeptics who once believed that transformation was a distant, unattainable goal are now faced with undeniable proof that divine energy is not only real, but available to everyone who chooses to align with it. The Chosen One's life becomes an open invitation for all who are ready to awaken to their own truth, to step into their own divine power, and to embrace the limitless potential that lies within. It is through this process that the Chosen One becomes a mirror for the world, reflecting the dormant power within each individual and encouraging them to break free from the chains of doubt, fear, and limitation. This mirror effect is a powerful tool in the awakening process, as it challenges individuals to look at themselves and question their own beliefs, their own worth, and their own potential. In seeing the transformation in the Chosen One, they recognize that transformation is not reserved for the few. It is available to all who are willing to embrace the process. The power of presence is not just about the energy that the Chosen One radiates, it is about the shift in perception that it creates in others. People who witness the Chosen One's transformation are forced to reconsider their own understanding of reality. What was once thought to be impossible now seems achievable. What was once seen as unattainable now appears within reach. The Chosen One's presence shatters old paradigms, replacing them with a new way of seeing the world, one where the divine is not distant and separate, but present and active within every human being. This shift in perception becomes a key part of the collective awakening. It is not just a personal transformation, it is a transformation that inspires and awakens others, inviting them to step into their own power and align with their higher truth. The ripple effect created by the Chosen One's presence is nothing short of a revolution in human consciousness. As more and more people align with their divine purpose, the world itself begins to change. Limitations that were once seen as unbreakable begin to dissolve. The false beliefs that have held people back for centuries are exposed for what they are: illusions. The world becomes a place where anything is possible, where human potential knows no bounds, and where divine energy flows freely, shaping reality in ways that were once thought impossible. But the transformation sparked by the Chosen One's presence is not always welcomed by everyone. As with any radical shift, there are those who resist it. There are those who, out of fear or ignorance, cling to the old paradigms and reject the new truth that the Chosen One embodies. These individuals may not understand the shift happening around them, and they may resist it with all their might. But the power of the Chosen One's presence is undeniable. It cannot be ignored. Even those who resist it are forced to confront the truth that is unfolding before them. They may try to push it away to deny it, But the energy of transformation cannot be suppressed. It continues to spread, continues to grow, until even the most skeptical are forced to pause and reconsider their understanding of reality. In this way, the Chosen One's presence becomes a force of nature, a catalyst for change that cannot be stopped. It is like a rising tide that sweeps away the old, outdated beliefs and systems, making way for something new and more aligned with divine truth. For those who are ready to embrace it, this presence brings awakening empowerment and the realization that they too are capable of stepping into their divine purpose and transforming their own lives. The Chosen One's presence challenges the status quo. It challenges everything that has held humanity back from realizing its true potential. It forces the world to question its assumptions, its limitations, and its perceptions of what is possible. It invites each person to look within and recognize the divine potential that lies dormant, waiting to be awakened. In this way, the Chosen One's presence does more than inspire, it transforms. It does not simply motivate people to take action. It changes the very way they see themselves and the world around them. As the Chosen One continues to radiate their divine energy, they become a living example of what is possible when one aligns with their true purpose. They become a beacon of light for those who are lost, a guiding star for those who are searching for meaning and direction. Through their presence, they show the world that greatness is not only possible, it is within reach for anyone who chooses to step into their divine power. This is the true power of presence. It is not about exerting control, dominating others, or seeking recognition. It is about being fully aligned with one's divine purpose and radiating that alignment outward. The Chosen One's presence creates a ripple effect, awakening others to the truth of who they are and inspiring them to embrace their own power. In this way, their presence becomes a living testament to the fact that we are all capable of extraordinary things when we align with our higher truth and trust in the divine energy that flows through us. The Chosen One's journey represents a powerful transformative process, the breaking of invisible chains and the collapse of outdated belief systems that have long governed the way people view themselves in the world. These chains are not physical. They are mental, emotional, and spiritual constructs that have been built up over time, often without the realization that they were there. These limitations were accepted as truth by many, passed down from generation to generation until they became embedded in the collective consciousness. Yet the Chosen One, through their evolution and alignment with their divine purpose, becomes a living testament to the fact that these chains are not permanent. They are not unbreakable, nor are they insurmountable. The moment the Chosen One steps fully into their power, they begin to shatter these limitations piece by piece, showing the world that the boundaries we have believed to be real are nothing more than illusions. This act of breaking free is not just for the Chosen One. It is for everyone who witnesses their journey. As they step outside the boundaries of what society or the individual mind has deemed possible, they open a space for others to do the same. Their transformation becomes an invitation, a call to break free from the mental prisons we have created for ourselves and embrace the limitless potential that resides within each of us. By embracing their own truth, the Chosen One shows the world that the power to break free from limitation exists within all of us. It is not a matter of destiny or special gifts, but of alignment with divine purpose and the willingness to step outside the constraints of fear and doubt. The Chosen One embodies the idea that limits are not fixed. They are constructs of the mind shaped by our beliefs, experiences, and the narratives we tell ourselves. These limits may seem real. They may feel like immovable barriers, but the Chosen One's journey proves that they are nothing more than perceptions, mental models that can be transformed when we align with our highest truth. Every step the Chosen One takes, every decision they make, serves to reinforce this idea. They are not bound by the limits that others have imposed upon them. They are not confined by the boundaries that society has set, and they are not restricted by the limitations that have been ingrained in their own minds. Instead, they rise above these false constraints, showing the world that we too can break free from the mental and emotional barriers that hold us back. Through their actions and their journey, the Chosen One reveals that the real power lies not in avoiding challenges, but in facing them head-on with the belief that we are capable of overcoming anything that stands in our way. The power of the Chosen One lies not just in their actions, but in their ability to inspire others to transcend their own limitations. When people witness the Chosen One stepping beyond what is considered possible, they are faced with a choice to remain in their comfort zone or to break free from the mental constraints that have held them back. The Chosen One becomes a mirror reflecting the untapped potential in everyone they encounter. As they rise, they show others that it is possible to rise as well. It is not their success that inspires change. It is the way they live, the way they embody the belief that no boundary is unbreakable and no limit is final. The Chosen One's very existence challenges others to examine their own limitations and ask themselves, what am I capable of? In doing so, they empower others to take the necessary steps toward breaking free from their own self-imposed barriers. It is in this way that the Chosen One's journey becomes a collective awakening. Their transformation creates a ripple effect that extends far beyond their own life. As people see the Chosen One defy the boundaries of their own experience, they begin to believe that they too can defy the boundaries of their own lives. The shift is not just intellectual, it is visceral. A deep knowing that things do not have to stay the way they are, that transformation is possible, and that the only true limits are those that we place on ourselves. The Chosen One's journey is a living blueprint, a guide for anyone who is ready to break free and step into their own potential. It is a reminder that the life we have been living up until now is not the only option. The old belief systems, the outdated narratives, and the limitations we have accepted are not fixed. They can be dismantled. The world around us is not set in stone. It is fluid, ever-changing, and shaped by the choices we make. By witnessing the Chosen One's evolution, others are inspired to reimagine their own lives and the possibilities that lie before them. The transformation of the Chosen One serves as proof that change is not only possible, but inevitable for those who are willing to embrace it. Every boundary that the Chosen One breaks is a victory for everyone who witnesses it. A signpost that points to the truth that all limits are self-imposed, and they can be shattered when we align with our true purpose. The power of the Chosen One's journey is that it shows us that transformation is not about simply improving one area of our lives. It is about completely rethinking what is possible. The Chosen One invites others to look beyond their current circumstances, their current beliefs, and their current limitations and see a new reality, one where anything is possible when we align with the divine forces that are always at work in our lives. This is the true power of the Chosen One's journey. They do not just transcend their own limitations, they transcend the limitations of all who witness their transformation. They invite the world to join them on a journey of breaking free from the constraints of the mind, society, and culture, and to step into the divine purpose that is waiting for each of us. By embracing their own evolution, the Chosen One opens the door for others to do the same. Their journey becomes a call to action for anyone who is ready to step into their own power, to break free from the false limitations they have accepted, and to embrace the extraordinary potential that lies within them. This is the gift of the chosen one's journey. It is not just about their own transformation, but about sparking the transformation of the world around them. They show us that limits are not fixed, that boundaries are fluid, and that we are all capable of stepping into a new reality where we are no longer confined by the limitations of the past. The chosen one becomes a living reminder that we are all capable of greatness, of breaking free from the chains that hold us back, and of stepping into a future filled with infinite possibilities. The power to transcend our limitations lies within us all, and it is through the chosen one's example that we are shown how to tap into that power, break free from the confines of our own minds, and create the life we were always meant to live. As the chosen one continues to break through barriers, their journey becomes not only a beacon of hope for others, but a compelling demonstration of what is possible when we transcend the limitations we once believed to be absolute. Every step they take, every challenge they overcome, proves that the restrictions placed on us by society, our upbringing, or even our own minds are not as solid as they appear. These limitations, though often deeply ingrained, are not natural laws. They are learned constructs, products of conditioning and fear. The chosen one's path is a radiant example that these constructs are not invincible. In fact, they are fragile, and once we summon the courage to face them, they begin to crumble. The impact of the chosen one's journey is profound because it illustrates that human potential is not a finite resource, but a boundless, ever-expanding well. The boundaries people believe they are confined to are often illusions, and the true nature of reality is far more malleable than we realize. By choosing to rise above these perceived limitations, the chosen one shows the world that the only real limit is the belief that limits exist at all. As they evolve, they demonstrate that transformation is not a gradual linear process, but a powerful shift that can happen in an instant when we align with our highest purpose. The chosen one embodies the idea that change can happen swiftly and dramatically when the individual chooses to step into their divine calling. The entire universe begins to move in concert with them, making the impossible possible. What the chosen one demonstrates in both their actions and their presence is that we have been conditioned to accept limitations that were never ours to begin with. These beliefs, instilled from an early age through societal norms, family expectations, and personal experiences, often confine us to a life far smaller than the one we were meant to live. Yet the chosen one's example proves that we are capable of far more than we have been led to believe. Their transformation is not just personal growth. It is a radical act of rebellion against the idea that we are bound by external circumstances or our past experiences. It is a declaration that our potential cannot be limited by anyone or anything outside of ourselves. The power of the chosen one lies not just in their own journey, but in their ability to ignite that same power in others. By witnessing their growth and transformation, others begin to question their own limitations. They begin to see that they too have the ability to break free from the self-imposed boundaries that have kept them stuck. The chosen one does not just inspire others to change, they show them the way. They become the living proof that it is possible to transcend one's past, to defy the odds, and to step into a life of limitless possibilities. In doing so, they show others that the boundaries they have accepted are not as fixed as they once believed. This process of breaking free is not an isolated experience for the chosen one. It is contagious. As they evolve and shatter the limitations that others have set for them, those around them begin to feel the pull to do the same. It is as if their transformation becomes a challenge to everyone who witnesses it. If the chosen one can transcend their limitations, what is stopping anyone else from doing the same? Their journey becomes a call to action, an invitation to everyone they encounter to examine their own life, their own limitations, and their own potential. The chosen one's story forces a reckoning with the beliefs and narratives that have shaped how we view ourselves and our possibilities. For many, this is a discomforting process. It requires facing the truth that much of what we have believed about ourselves was formed out of fear conditioning or past trauma. But this realization is liberating because it offers the opportunity to rewrite those old stories. By seeing the chosen one overcome the impossible, people begin to understand that they too can break free from the chains that have held them captive. The power of the chosen one's journey lies not only in their ability to transcend their limitations, but in their willingness to face them head on. Their transformation is not a passive process. It is an active, intentional, and at times challenging path of growth. This is not to say that the chosen one's journey is easy, but rather that they show others the power of persistence, resilience, and faith in the face of adversity. They become the embodiment of what is possible when we stop allowing the stories of our past to define us. Through their courage, they show us that we are capable of more than we ever thought possible, that we can step beyond the boundaries of what we have known and enter a space where there are no limits, only opportunities for growth, discovery, and creation. The chosen one's journey also forces us to confront the idea of control. We live in a world where we are often told that we must control our circumstances, our emotions, and even our destiny. However, the chosen one's life is a beautiful contradiction to this. They do not control their transformation, they surrender to it. They trust in the divine guidance that moves through them, allowing themselves to be led by something far greater than their individual will. This surrender does not signify weakness. It signifies the greatest strength, the strength that comes from trusting in the universe's plan and allowing oneself to be a vessel for divine power. It is through this surrender that the chosen one's power becomes amplified. Their journey shows the world that real power comes not from force, but from alignment with the divine. The impact of the chosen one's journey extends far beyond their own life. It shifts the fabric of reality itself. As they transcend their limitations, the world around them begins to shift. Their presence brings change not through force or manipulation, but through the pure energy of divine alignment. As they continue to evolve, they create an opening for others to follow. Their transformation becomes a pathway for others to step into their own power, to break free from the constraints that have held them back, and to step fully into their divine purpose. The chosen one's journey becomes a collective call to awaken, to rise above the limitations we have imposed on ourselves, and to embrace the extraordinary potential that lies within us all. Through their actions and presence, the chosen one teaches the world that transformation is not only possible, it is essential. The limitations we have accepted are not permanent. They are simply stepping stones on the way to greater growth. As we shed these false limitations, we step into a new reality, one where anything is possible and nothing is beyond our reach. The chosen one shows us that the only limits that truly exist are the ones we create in our minds. By transcending these, we step into a life of boundless possibility, a life where we can achieve anything we set our hearts on. The journey of the chosen one proves that the power to break free from limitation is already within us. It is not something we must seek, but something we must awaken. Through their example, we are reminded that we are all capable of greatness, and that the only thing standing between us and our highest potential is the belief that we are limited. The chosen one, through their journey, becomes a living force that challenges the boundaries which once seemed unbreakable. These boundaries, formed by fear, self-doubt, societal constraints, and personal limitations, are not mere obstacles. They are deeply ingrained mental constructs that define the scope of what people believe is possible. For most, these boundaries have been accepted as part of the human experience, unquestioned and unchallenged. Yet the chosen one's presence shatters this perception, proving to the world that transformation is not just a distant possibility, but an inevitable reality for anyone who dares to step beyond their perceived limits. The boundaries that once seemed solid and immovable begin to crumble one by one as the chosen one steps into their divine purpose with unwavering confidence. This act of defiance is not about rebellion for the sake of it, but about embracing the truth that limits are merely illusions waiting to be dismantled. Each step the chosen one takes towards their purpose is a testament to the power of belief and divine alignment. They show that it is not only possible to transcend these boundaries, but that such transformation is the natural course of evolution when one aligns with their highest self. The chosen one's transformation is not subtle. It is visible, dramatic, and awe-inspiring. The magnitude of their evolution is evident to all who encounter it. It is a physical, emotional, and spiritual transformation that leaves an indelible mark on the world. The changes they undergo are not confined to internal shifts. They are manifested in the way they carry themselves, the way they engage with the world, and the way they inspire others to do the same. The power of their transformation lies in its visibility. It is impossible to witness their journey without feeling the ripple effect of their energy, their purpose, and their commitment to breaking free from limitations. The chosen one's transformation becomes a beacon, a guiding light for others who are ready to embark on their own journey of awakening. Their visible transformation challenges others to reconsider the boundaries they have accepted, urging them to ask the fundamental question, what is truly possible? The awe-inspiring nature of their journey is not just in the dramatic shifts they experience, but in the way they make the extraordinary appear achievable. Every action the chosen one takes is a statement, a declaration that nothing is beyond reach. Whether they are overcoming personal obstacles, facing down societal expectations, or stepping into unknown realms of possibility, their actions serve as a living example that the impossible is only impossible because we have been conditioned to believe it is. The chosen one does not just break boundaries, they redefine them. They show the world that boundaries are not set in stone. They are created by the mind, influenced by culture, and shaped by collective beliefs. By stepping beyond these boundaries, the chosen one demonstrates that every limit can be surpassed when we embrace the divine power within us. The true power of their transformation lies not just in their personal evolution, but in the way it challenges the very fabric of reality as it is understood by the masses. The chosen one's every action speaks volumes, and the world cannot help but notice. Their presence in a room, their words, their decisions, and their achievements all serve to remind others that they too have the power to defy the boundaries that have been placed upon them. There is something magnetic about the way they move through the world, a quiet yet undeniable force that attracts others to them, urging them to follow suit and break free from their own self-imposed limitations. Every gesture the chosen one makes is a statement of possibility. Every word they speak is a declaration of their belief in the infinite potential that lies within every human being. They do not just speak of transformation, they live it, embody it, and show the world that it is not only achievable, but that it is the natural progression of every soul that aligns with its higher purpose. It is this unwavering commitment to transformation that makes the Chosen One's journey so powerful. They do not merely talk about what is possible, they demonstrate it in the way they live, in the way they interact with others, and in the way they face challenges head-on. Each moment of their journey is an invitation for others to join them, to take their own first step toward breaking free from the limitations they have accepted for too long. The Chosen One's actions inspire those around them to ask themselves if they can do it. Why can't I? The transformation of the Chosen One is a visible embodiment of the divine truth that there are no limits, only opportunities waiting to be embraced. Their evolution is not something to be admired from afar. It is something to be experienced, felt, and witnessed as it unfolds. It becomes a living proof that the boundaries we once believed to be unbreakable are simply the starting points for our own growth and transformation. The impact of the Chosen One's journey is not confined to their own life. As they rise above the limitations of their past and present, they create a ripple effect that extends far beyond their immediate surroundings. People who witness their transformation are forever changed. They cannot unsee the truth that the Chosen One embodies that the limits they have accepted are not permanent, and that transformation is available to anyone who chooses to embrace it. The Chosen One becomes a catalyst for change, not just for themselves, but for everyone who crosses their path. This ripple effect continues to expand, creating a world where boundaries are no longer accepted as truths, but are seen as challenges to be overcome. The Chosen One's transformation inspires those around them to take action, to step into their own power, and to embrace the possibility of breaking free from the constraints of their own lives. This process is not always easy. It requires courage, vulnerability, and an unwavering belief in one's own potential. But the Chosen One shows that it is possible, and not only that, but it is inevitable for those who commit to their own growth and transformation. The more the Chosen One embraces their journey, the more they inspire others to do the same. The boundaries that once seemed unbreakable begin to crumble, not just for the Chosen One, but for everyone who's touched by their transformation. They become a living example of the power that exists when we choose to step into our divine purpose and align with the higher truth that resides within all of us. The power of the Chosen One's transformation is that it is not just about personal success. It is about collective evolution. Every boundary they break, every limitation they transcend, creates a ripple that affects the world at large. It is through their journey that others are awakened to the possibilities that exist for them as well. The Chosen One's journey is a testament to the power of divine alignment, showing the world that when we align with our highest purpose, we break through the limits of our own perception and create a life of limitless possibility. The Chosen One's presence serves as a powerful reminder that divine power is not a distant abstract concept reserved for the few, but something that can manifest within human form. Their very existence is proof that the divine is present in the world, alive within each of us, waiting to be awakened. Through the Chosen One, we are shown that greatness is not something to be admired from afar or dreamt of as a distant possibility. It is something that resides within us, all waiting to be unleashed. The divine essence that courses through their veins is not unique to them alone. It is the same energy that exists within every individual, and the Chosen One's transformation urges us to reflect on our own potential. If they can embody such power, why can't we? Their journey calls us to question the limits we have placed on ourselves, the fears that have kept us in bondage, and the beliefs that have told us that greatness is something only reserved for legends or mythical figures. The Chosen One's life challenges the ordinary, disrupting the routines and limitations that have held humanity back for so long. It demands that we rethink what we believe is possible, urging us to elevate ourselves beyond mediocrity and take the leap into our own extraordinary paths. Every step they take toward their higher purpose is an invitation for others to do the same, to step beyond the boundaries of what they once thought was possible and embrace the truth of their divine potential. It is a call to rise, to awaken, and to break free from the limitations that we have accepted for far too long. The world cannot ignore the Chosen One's transformation. Their evolution is a clarion call that reverberates throughout society, challenging the very fabric of reality as it has been understood. Greatness is not reserved for the legends of old or for the mythical figures of our stories. It is accessible to those who are willing to embrace their divine purpose, who are willing to rise above the limitations that have bound them. The Chosen One's journey is proof that each of us has the potential for greatness, that we are all capable of breaking through our self-imposed barriers and living lives filled with purpose, power, and divine alignment. The Chosen One's path is not just a personal journey, it is a collective awakening. As they rise, so too does the potential for everyone around them. Their transformation sparks change in the world, igniting a fire in others who are ready to step into their own greatness. It creates ripples that extend far beyond the individual, touching lives and encouraging others to embark on their own transformational journeys. The power of the Chosen One's journey lies not only in the way it transforms them, but in the way it inspires others to transform as well. It is a reminder that no one is limited by their circumstances or their past. We are all capable of transcending the boundaries of our current reality and stepping into a future where anything is possible. The Chosen One's journey shows us that transformation is not just a personal experience, it is a shared one that creates waves of change that reverberate through the world. Their journey is a testament to the potential that lies within every human being, waiting to be tapped into, waiting to be awakened. It calls us to rise, to step into our own power, and to live our lives with purpose and intention. The world is waiting for those who are ready to embrace their divine purpose and lead the way. This is the time to rise, to step fully into your transformation, and to create ripples of change in your own life and in the world around you. If the Chosen One's journey has inspired you, it's time to take action. The call to greatness is not reserved for a select few. It is for all who are willing to answer, all who are ready to align with their higher purpose and take their own journey of transformation. Now is the time to embrace the extraordinary, to break free from the limits of your past, and to step into the future that is waiting for you. This is your moment. The world is ready for you to rise and lead. If this message resonates with you, take the next step. Like this video, subscribe to the channel, and comment 11 below to signal your readiness to begin your own transformational journey. The journey to greatness begins with a single step, and that step is one of alignment with your divine purpose. By embracing the path of the Chosen One, you too will step into a life that is not only extraordinary, but divinely guided. The time to rise is now. Let your transformation begin, and let it ripple out into the world, creating change, inspiring others, and illuminating the path to greatness for all who are ready to follow. Step into your purpose and let the world see the power that lies within you. The Chosen One's journey is just the beginning. Yours is waiting to unfold. The world is watching, waiting for you to rise. Take that first step and let your transformation inspire the world.